Hello, good afternoon to one and all. Like you, we are very much ready to go here. Looking forward to a game that has been the topic for universal conversation in this part of the world for much of the last few days. It's dry at the moment, but the forecasters have warned us of impending rain. There's no certainty about that, but when it does come, it shouldn't affect the dynamics of a match which has so much riding on it. Some wonderful scenes here. It is what we have come to know and love about Old Trafford, Manchester. We stand for the national anthem of Armenia. Well, that has got the juices flowing, and now this. Indonesia have opted for a 3-5-2 here, Jim.
Well, this system, Peter, allows for a really expansive passing game. If your centre-backs can play, then you see lots of diagonal switches to the wing-backs, and it all makes for a stylish, attractive bundle. However, its biggest weakness are those gaps between centre-backs and wing-backs, and with quick enough movement from the opposition, that can cause lots of trouble.
The whistle. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Henrik Mkhitaryan. He's not the biggest, strongest or quickest, Peter, but what he lacks in physique, he certainly makes up for with a supreme footballing intelligence and great technique. He just seems to be able to see situations develop before anybody else, and he usually tends to pick the right option too.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. Going for goal! Goal! First blood drawn. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
Indonesia have an early lead. Good start. Gets into a dangerous position. He's made sure that that won't get through. Keeper's got good distance on that. Plays it out to the flank. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. Mkhitaryan gets into the right position. Break here. He's wrestled off the ball. He's had a shot! Oh, what a wonderful stop!
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling.
Has a goal! A great save, real class.
Well, as Tesco features, the keeper just received an A+ grade. The keeper really dug out his defence there. A magnificent effort.
Could move up a gear here. Hoists it forward. Tries to get it clear. Dix. Joao. Chance to counter. Ryan. Lovely bit of skill. Mkhitaryan gets it out to the wing. Defending of the desperate variety.
There to back up his high-class weight.
Played out to the right. James. And it's played forward. Oh, they came to that. Looks like he's been taken out there. With a delicate ball. Now it's Zelarayan. In comes the cross. And that has been cleared. Out to the right. Forward it goes. Now a chance to break. He's through the middle. Receives it in a good position. Going through.
It seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him, but he failed to get his head up. This was all about good movement.
a real appetite to ensure it's reflected in their goal count.
Indonesia have a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Rain starting to fall here. It has been looking that way for a little while. Hoists it forward.
Well, no question as to who's winning the battle in midfield at the moment. Some very impressive pressing in place here.
He's gone for it! And it's played forward. Mkhitaryan. Forward it goes. James plays it forward. Very well to intervene. That's the end of that. It all started well enough.
To a loss of focus.
Indonesia, some help from Lady Luck there, they all count. Mkhitaryan. Well, that's where he wants it. Yet another to add to football's endless list of could-haves and should-haves.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Looking cross-field, changing the point of attack. And it's played forward, and help's available out wide. Up to meet it! Just needed better contact. To the right, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Dix drives it forward. Looks to drop one in. Hoists it forward. They've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Indonesia have scored 2 quick goals there. to break. Good running with the ball. Can they build on it? It's scored! In he goes again! It goes to show he is human after all.
Now that was a chance. What a chance.
Being played forward. Looking for a decent ball in. James opts to play it back. Keeps everyone guessing. There's the delivery. For the referee. Amat. Dix. Keeper's ball. Ryan tries to get it forward quickly. Well played, he saw that coming. And it's played forward. Oh, good interception. Joe. Information that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Across the field it goes. No, that's too long. Mukatari. Forward it goes. Has he found his man? James. Plays a clever pass. There's the half-time whistle.
Well, there's plenty that can be said about the last 45 minutes. One thing that cannot be said is that it's dull. One-sided, yes, but that's the excitement.
Peter, do I really need to say anything, or can I simply refer you to the scoreline?
Indonesia very much in control here. 3 up, cruising. And we're underway again. Well positioned to make that interception. Amat. Joe Ayon. A long ball, but not especially accurate. Been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. James. Amat. Dix. Good ball. And he's onside. It's broken loose. The defence can get it clear. He is not one readily to admit defeat. Don't be surprised if he tries that again. Goes long. Amat with a fine tackle. Dix plays it forward. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Gorgeous control there. And the finish! Results no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. Great reactions in front of goal. He just saw what was on.
Oh, look, there's only one player who merits all the praise for that. Not only did he finish it, but his instincts for being where he was are absolutely top-notch.
Indonesia making consecutive changes here. It's become a case of men against boys. Forward it goes. Ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. Tries to get it forward quickly. He goes along. Digs. He's got the ball glued to his feet. So who's he picking out? Gets it into the middle. Defending of the desperate variety. Steered forward, well positioned to make that interception. Hoists it forward. He's got away. Goes for goal! And out to safety. Beautifully done. Can he deliver? Towering header! It wasn't a great header in the end. There's going to be another change here. A warm ovation on his way off, and that is the least he deserves.
I think he's put in a good shift, and their fans appreciate that. I think he can feel pretty happy with the contribution he's made.
And it's played forward.
It's always a good time to register and lay down an early marker in the second half. They clearly had exactly that in mind and have gone about their business with absolutely the right commitment.
loses his balance and loses the ball. Ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away.
He clearly felt he was being invited to shoot, and it wasn't the worst decision he could have made.
The changes then in quick succession. Got amongst the goals here, and now he takes his leave.
Look, you can only give your all, and he's delivered in that.
Up he gets! This is as ruthless as it gets.
Listen, when you're on an invitation to improve your goal difference, why he's off?
Indonesia tear their opponents apart once again. They are utterly ruthless.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition look completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves.
Good challenge, he just stood firm. And it's played forward. Tries to switch the play. Well, the crowd's really loud, they just saw some real no-nonsense defending. That's a long ball. That has been clear. Away. It's out on the left. On the clock now. Lifting it over. Knocks it away. being made right now. Always looked inevitable. The defence dealt with that really well. And the counter is on. Ryan. That's a good intervention. Things could have got far worse than that. It's a very good battle there. Terrific to watch. Hoists it forward. Has he found his man? Gets it back, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. And it's played forward.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Well weighted. And it's hoisted clear. Forward it goes. That's sprayed out wide. Ryan. Oh, sweet feet. Pumps it into the area. It's there to get rid. Into space out wide. No matter room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. Armenia making another change here.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
Got options out wide. Ball's loose, who's getting there?
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which could open up many possibilities. intensity just doesn't play a part.
Hoists it forward. Well, that's where he wants it. Defence has got rid of that. And that's that. Indonesia enjoy their perfect day. For their victims, it is entirely imperfect. Comprehensive winners of a one-sided contest. To summarise what we've seen today, then, Jim?
Yeah, we knew there was a sizable gap in the quality of both squads, and the story was told in predictable fashion.
Reached the end of our coverage for today. Many thanks to Jim Beglin alongside